Okay, so this is today's cursive lesson, and yesterday we worked on the letter A. And the way that we learned the letter A was we knew that it was sort of started out just like a letter C. So when we do the A, it starts just like a letter C, and then it came up and bumped the line, but it didn't go past the line, it just bumped it, and comes straight back down on the same line, and makes a little tail. Okay, so that was our letter A. Today, we're going to do the letter D. Okay, and in your book, you'll see the letter D is described as a magic C, so we're going to draw the C again, and we're going to go up like an A, except we're going to go past the line this time. And then we're going to come back down the very same line. It says slide down, bump, and travel away. Okay, so that's some really neat language you can remember while you're making your letter Ds. So for letter D, we start just like your C. So remember, start on the line, come around. And in order to see how to do this, you need to be looking. And then we're going to come up just like we would if we were making an A, except we're not going to stop here and bump the line. We're going to come right up past it. Here we are, all the way up to the top line there. So that, if I were to stop there, it looks kind of like just a regular D, doesn't it? Okay, we make it a little bit differently than we would make our Ds, but this is how we do this. So we've got the magic C, and remember, I don't want to pick my pencil up. I just picked it up that time to show you. Come all the way up to the top, the second line. Now, I come back down the same line. See how I stay right on that line as I come back down? Come back down. So slide down, bump the line, and travel away. Okay, and see how I've got a tail coming off on that D? You need this tail because this D is going to connect to your next letter. Remember, cursive connects. Okay? But it's not just a scribbling connect. You plan to connect it. So let me do another one for you. So you're going to start here in the line, make your C. Okay, so you guys should have some really beautiful C's by this point. Come up just like an A, except you go past the line to the top. And you come down on the same line, bump, and travel away. Okay, so that's how you make your letter D. Now, in your practices, you're going to get to connect your Ds. You're going to get to actually make a couple of words today. Okay, so this will be your first time with words. And one of the words that you're going to make is dad. Okay, so let me show you how that looks when you draw your letters together. We're going to be drawing 3 letters, which means you're going to be connecting in 2 places. Okay, so first we're going to make our D for dad, make our C, bump, up like an A, all the way to the top, down the same line, and I've got to tell you, you've got to pay attention to that same line. Remember, your muscles are remembering how you're doing this, so if you do it sloppy, it doesn't work well. Okay, so there we go. Come down, don't lift up your pencil, make that tail. Now I'm going to make an A. So just like we did yesterday, I come up, trace it back along the same line, right, back along the same line, and here comes my A. I'm going to go up, bump the line, travel down the same line, there's my tail. Now I get to make a D from here. Come up, and I've got to trace it right back around. So you're doing a lot of tracing along the same lines. It's very important that you're paying attention to where those lines are and doing them very carefully. All right, and then travel away. All right, now that's not too bad. I probably could have come out a little bit more here, come out a little bit more, and made this a little bit more round. Coming back, I always look at my own writing too, and I think, what could I do a little bit better? I like this D the best, but this D's not too bad, actually. These 2 are my favorites that I made. And then I look at my A. I think I did my A pretty well, because I stayed right in with the lines. And then, like I said, this one, I would probably make it a little bit, try to make it a little bit rounder the next time I made it. Okay? But I know that I took my time, and I know that I definitely stayed in these lines. And I can feel that in my hand when I'm writing. I can feel the difference between when I'm taking my time and staying on the lines as if I'm hurrying. My pencil almost feels like a little more snug in my hands. Not tight. I'm not gripping it tight, but it's resting more snugly in my hands. Kind of think if somebody tucks you in at night. That's how my pencil kind of feels. It feels tucked right into my hand if I'm taking my time. But if I hurry, it's kind of like I just hopped into my bed and no one tucked me in. That's what my hands feel like around my pencil. Okay? So I want you to kind of think about that as you're making your letters. Alright, so you're going to have a few, probably a few minutes to practice here before we do listening to reading. So I'd like you to practice these, and please also do one line of warm-ups before you get started. Alright, thank you very much.